Hi everyone! Welcome to episode 75 of Annijuuti Knits. Hi friends! Welcome back to my channel Annijuuti Knits. My name is Annina and this is a channel where I share everything about my knitting, about my knitwear designs. And I'm a knitwear designer based on the west coast of Finland, and yeah, this is a space where you can see some behind the scenes of my work. So you are most welcome here, and let's get started. So today is it's Friday the 13th of September, and I did a little re-release of my older pattern on Wednesday, and so I have actually three finished objects for today. But let's first talk about the Rusko Beanie, which is the pattern that I re-released. So here you can see a picture of a Rusko Beanie. I actually didn't locate the hat just now. We did take some pictures with my son last weekend, and I have no idea where the hat went, and I didn't have time to look for it. So I'm just gonna go through quickly the pattern details, and there is a little pattern sale still going on. So if you are interested, you can get this pattern with a 20% discount until Sunday, it's 15th, and it is the code is valid until midnight Finnish time. So use the code RUSKO20 to get the pattern for 20% off. Why did I re-release this pattern is that I did add another version to this pattern. The sample that I just finished is a DK weight version, but the fingering weight version I did finish already last time, and that's why I did rewrite the pattern, because I wanted to make the same pattern for myself, or the same hat, and I made it using fingering weight yarn, and I decided that I would like to add another file to this pattern, so that purchasing the pattern you get two different versions, one for DK and one for fingering weight yarn. And this pattern is a great gift knit. I have made so many of these hats before, even the DK version, because I have created this pattern to include sizes from newborn babies to large adult heads. So there's all in all 6 different sizes, so there's plenty of sizes to choose from. So yeah, I had a bunch of beautiful helpful testers who made beautiful versions of this hat in fingering weight, and some of them also did retest the DK weight, because I did some minor tweaks to the lengths. I think all in all the general feedback has been that it's a bit long, so I did shorten it a little bit, and now it's refreshed, also the DK pattern. So if you are interested, the gift giving season is here almost, so if you are interested in knitting up some hats, maybe for the whole family, this is a pattern for you, and it's still 20% off using the code RUSKO20. So yeah, those were the admin parts that I had to talk about. So let's move on to my other finished objects, and the first one I am wearing. I did talk about this sweater last time, and the time before that. It is a you know, a basic sweater. There was no pattern, I was just playing around, and the fit is definitely not perfect, but it's perfect for what it's for. This is a blouse type of sweater. Maybe I'll put a picture I'll put a picture here of when I just freshly got it off from the blocking mats, and it was all intact and it was beautiful and crisp. Now I have been wearing this quite a few times. I just took it from the drying rack this morning, and I noticed that there's some snags. You probably can see here. Here's a little snag, and yeah. The yarn is very loosely plied. Here's a snag. Loosely plied, and I used intentionally this very open gauge. And for a plant-based fiber, this is a eucalyptus yarn acting like bamboo, and it really does show every minor fault in the knit. So if there's something happens and you snag it somewhere, which easily happens when you have this netty type of fabric. So yeah, it already looks a bit worn, but I don't mind. I made it for work because we need to work or wear black at work, so I wanted to make something hand knit for that. And this is I wouldn't say perfect, but it's great for that, what it's for. And there's no pattern for it, and I think it needs a little bit improvement, but maybe it's a pattern for another time. And it was a good experiment. And yeah, I finished everything with an I-cord. I have an I-cord cuff, I-cord neckline, and also an I-cord bind off for the body. But instead of using a three stitch I-cord for the body, I did opt for 2-stitch I-cord to get a little bit thinner edge for the hem. But yeah, I really like the looseness of it, and the drape is fantastic. I like the open gauge. I'm not sure if I love the yarn, but I can see something like this coming in the I won't say near future, but at some point in the future. All right, my last finished object is a pair of socks. I have also shown this a couple of times, but now they are actually done. These are my vanilla handbag socks. They are knit with the leftovers of my bunny sweater, and this yarn is dyed by Woolmy Ones Fibers here in Finland, and she's actually a local to me dyer here from Kokkola, Finland. So this is Woolmy Ones Fibers, and the colorway is called Longtan till Haru, and I used some nervous fiber leftovers for the contrast and for the heel. But I do really love the color. It's lovely. They are a little bit different. The other one is more saturated than the other, but I don't mind. They are just fun little pair of socks, and I have been enjoying working on this while my kids are doing their hobbies, football and floorball. So I always need a pair of socks in my handbag so that I can use up every time that I have to spare, so that I won't get bored. All right, what should we talk about next? Maybe I will show you the Christmas sweater that I've been working on, and I actually have 2 of them. If you follow me on Instagram, you have probably seen it. This is a pattern that it wasn't, or it didn't exist when I last spoke, but it existed in my head, and I had already drawn the chart during last Christmas, because my husband was requesting a Christmas sweater, And I already bought some yarn this summer when Drops had their sale, and they had a sale of I don't even remember which ones it was, but I bought some Drops Daisy. It's this one. And I bought quite a few balls. Why Drops Daisy? I have heard that it pills a bit or a lot, but I thought that because this is a seasonal sweater and it doesn't get a ton of wear, I wanted something affordable. I wanted something that is easily accessible. I know that Drops is not so easily accessible in the North America, but here in Europe you can find it quite easily. So I wanted to use that, and I did order I think 26 balls of it in 3 different colors, and I had this design in mind because I had already drawn it up. And let me show you what I got. Here is the Nordic Noel. Thank you so much everyone who participated on the naming of the sweater on Instagram. This is, as you can see, it's not it doesn't fit for me, it doesn't even fit for my husband. This is a version for a friend. She's a very Christmassy person, and she's also very easily persuadable to model pictures. So I asked if she would model for me if I make her a Christmas sweater. So this is for her. And here's what I got. So this sweater has the festive yoke design. It starts similarly to my festive mistletoe socks that I did for the Fiber Co last year, but then I have added some other festive motifs so that the whole the design is cohesive, and I really love this pattern. So this is already in testing. I have started the test knit for the sweater, and I have planned to release the pattern in the mid-November so that my testers have enough time to complete their sweaters. So this is the first one. it will be a single colored body and solid like single colored sleeves, so that the only colorful part is the yoke. But I do have another one, and let's look at that. It's almost in the same spot, so you can't really tell too much of a difference maybe, but let's see. This is for my husband. So this is going to be a stripy version. As you can see, here's already a little bit red. So I will be striping the body green, red, green, a little white, and then red, and it goes like this until the bottom, and same with the sleeves. So this is going to be an all over. It's not an all over color work because between the stripes there's quite a few rows of stockinette, but it will have this whimsical stripy look to it. So this is for my better half, and it's equally lovely. I just want to finish the solid one first so that I can confirm my yardages, and then I will be working on this stripy version after that. But I am totally excited to work on these 2 sweaters. They came to be quite quickly. I think it was a week of obsessive color work knitting. I did 2 yokes, and I finalized the pattern. I put it into testing, and it is now in testing. The only thing is that I didn't get anyone to test the size 9, and there is now one size missing testers, but that's often what happens. I'm not as well known as some designers, so I struggle sometimes to get testers for these bigger sizes. But if that is you, and if you are willing to test, let's say even the yoke or like a sleeve split, please contact me. And there's no rush, there's no you know, there's no time pressure. I would just love that every size would get tested. So if that is you, please contact me, because I don't have a tester for size 9. But yeah, that is my first design that is now in testing. I have a couple of more, and then I have one test knit, because I always love to test also for other designers. And this designer is Rebecca Clow, and she is now hosting the test for the Cara Wrap. And because this is a dream that I've had, like I would love to have like a wrap cardigan, and she did it so well, so I did apply and she let me in. So let's look at that first. I talked about these yarns already in my previous episode, and I'm not far. I have been doing my own stuff, but I have started the back panel. I just wanted to show you how the yarns that I chose look together. So it's this really soft marl forest green. I'm using a Finship wool single. This is Jalovilla Vuona, and then I am using the Woolly Knit British wool 4-ply. So this is a bit darker, and they go really well together. So yeah, I'm not that far. I need to work the back panel straight for quite some time, so I will be putting in a row here and there once I have the time for that. So I'm super excited. This was a generously long, I think it was 10-week test or something like that, so I don't think that that's going to be a problem for me. I'll just go, I'll just work on it solid, like not solid. I will be working on it every now and again, and I think it will be fine, and I will have a sweater or cardigan in the not too distant future. So yeah, very excited about this test knit. But I do have some other designs here as well, and I think next week I will have some time to work on some sock designs that I have had. The Christmas sweater was something that was a little bit urgent, because I wanted to run like a full test knit, like a proper 8-9 weeks test knit. I usually give a week more for the bigger sizes, so that it's fair for everyone. And I'm running my test knits in Google Docs, so that I will see the changes or the errors pointed out, and I can fix them as they appear. So that is a little bit helpful in the designer perspective. So I don't know why I told you that, but next week I will be having some time, or I'll have some time to work on some sock designs, and this is the first one of them. I did finish it since we last spoke. This is the sock called Crystal Creek, and it is this lacy and textured sock. Now I did a mess here. Maybe we'll move this a bit so that not everything is over there. So it has this texture in the front, on the foot here. It's just stockinette under the foot, and then there's some lace work behind the ankle. So yeah, these will be the first ones to come to testing, and that will be really soon, maybe next week. And if you are willing, or if you want to test for me, make sure to subscribe to my newsletter. It is linked in the description. And I will be calling testers through my newsletter for this and for the second design. This has already been done since last, I don't know, I think it was the early winter, maybe it was this year, maybe it was already last year, I can't remember. But I have started this DK weight cabled sock. It has these honeycomb cables. It has this little lacy, not lacy, like a cabled braid kind of thing. It has some moss stitch behind the heel and slip stitch heel. And this is DK, as I said. Cozy sock, and the green is just beautiful. This is unfortunately something that you can't get anymore. It's a discontinued yarn, but I really wanted to use it. It's the perfect green, and once I get my lace sock, the Crystal Creek socks, to testing, I will be doing this. I haven't decided on the name yet. One thing that I was thinking is Honey Harvest, because it has this honeycombs, and I don't know, I like the sound of it. But if you have better suggestions, or if you like the name Honey Harvest, please tell me in the comments what would you prefer to be the name for this pair of socks. One thing that I didn't mention is that it has these little cables on the cuff, so that it adds a little bit texture also to the cuff. But yes, those sock patterns are the next in line. I will be doing some smaller releases this year. So those socks, both of them, and my Christmas sweater is also planned for this year. So yeah, but then I have another exciting design going on, and this is something that I have already been swatching for, I think it was March maybe. Yeah, it has to be. But I have swatched so many different yarns for it, and I never found the actual, or the right combination. There's always something wrong with those things. And then I did reach out to Camijo Knits. Camilla, she is a friend of mine, and she has offered before that if I ever want to use her yarn, just to give her a shout out, and just to let her know that I would be interested in using some of her yarn, and she would provide the yarn for me for a design. So I did reach out to her, and I asked if she would like to provide some yarn for this design, because I have used plenty of her yarn, and I know that it's lovely, and I've seen it in I've seen it live. I've seen her use those yarns, and I was actually watching Lisa Make's podcast, and she was using the organic wool and linen blend, or is it an organic merino and linen blend? I'm not sure. But then I got this idea that yes, that is the yarn that I would love to use with mohair. And Camilla was so nice that she, of course, promised to send me the yarn. And I will first show the yarn. These are the yarns that I'm using. It is Camijo, let's see what it says, organic wool linen. It is a 70% organic wool, 30% linen. It's a DK weight, and It's actually really, really nice, and the color is just, this is my blue. If you don't agree, I don't care, but this is this dusty, darker, it's just, it was so lovely. I already had some, I had it in mind, and then I asked Camilla's opinion, and she agreed that this is a good color. And she dyed up the mohair to go with it. So I chose the, this is the colorway Njord. I don't know how to say it. Njord? I have no idea. Njord. Yeah, she had some of this in stock. I did get this, and she dyed up the mohair to go with it. And they are creating the most beautiful, beautiful fabric together. And here you can see it. It's so pretty. Here you can see the color. It goes a little bit yellow when I bring it forward. Yeah. So back to this design. I have shown you those swatches already. It was sometime over Easter, I think, and I did already swatch a few different things, and I started a sweater in children's size, but I started it from the bottom up. And what happened, I ended up frogging almost the whole sweater. I had the front and the back, I had split. The back was ready. I was working on the front panel, but then I decided that I don't want to work from bottom up, and I did just I turned my my chart around, and it works also this way, and I created this sweater. It doesn't have a name, so again, if you have some good suggestions, I'm all ears. I'm sorry if I haven't responded to your messages or your comments. I'm a little behind on that, and if I just don't have the time to reply properly, I will at least give it a little heart. And I always read every comment, and it really makes my day to read those, but it's sometimes hard to find the time to actually reply. Anyways, so yeah, I started this adult version. It has this, it's starting from the back. Let me show you. It has some short rows here. I did the garter edge so that it's very seamless looking, even though there is this short row back. So the back is a little bit of a triangular shape, and the seam is a little bit, is this like the European shoulder construction? I don't know. Here you can see the shoulder seam, and then it connects to the front, and the front has this lovely little textured cabled knits and purls, little cables, little knits and purls combined together. And there's some armhole shaping. This is a very boxy kind of a fit. It's a slight drop shoulder, so it will have some short rows in the sleeve, but it depends on the size if I am going to decrease or increase for the armholes. And I have created this to 10 different sizes, and it was actually a little bit of a challenge because this is a four stitch repeats. So I first created the sweater, and then I started doing the increases, and I was like, but the math is not adding up, because I needed the pattern to continue, and I really wanted to have everything in this texture. So that was a little bit of a task, but I managed to crack crack the math. And this is going to be a turtleneck. It is now in this mock neck state. I'll put the video. I tried this on this morning and you can see how it looks on me. It's going to be quite a lot of positive ease. I think I'm doing it with 18 centimeters of positive ease. I'm knitting up the size 6. Usually when I'm doing my own patterns, I'm doing size 5, but this time I really wanted to have like a proper positive ease. So I'm doing size 6. It will be 135 centimeters around the bust, and I am 117. My bust measurement is 117 centimeters. But yeah, I have been obsessed with this design. It has been quite a challenge creating wise. It is the first time using this construction, but I think I did it. I think I did it because yeah, I've talked about this before, but my goal is to provide well-fitting sweaters across all sizes. I have background in sewing, so that is a very important thing to me, that every size is created properly and that the final garment would fit the same way for every size. So that is something that is really, really important to me. And this is now the sweater that is challenging my brain a little bit, but I'm loving every moment, and I think I'm trying to get this done and to get it to testing already this year, but the release would be next year, early next year, maybe January or early February. So that's my goal, and we'll see how it goes. When using hand-dyed yarns, you should alternate the skeins, but I am lazy, so I have just alternated. I think I have changed the I'm still on my first ball of mohair. I did change the linen, wool linen blend somewhere quite high here in the front, but I don't think you can see it. I did alternate maybe a couple of rows, and yeah, the halo is beautiful. I don't know if you can see that. Yes, you can. Nice and fuzzy. And yeah, so that is a design that is still looking for a name. All the suggestions are welcome, and I think that was also everything that I had brought here today to show you. So this was a quicker episode again, but this is the time that I had now to show you my things. And yeah, I hope you are doing well, and please leave me a comment if you want to suggest a name, or if you want to tell me something. It always brightens up my day to hear what you have in your mind, so that is always nice to read all the comments. If you like my content, maybe you want to subscribe to my channel or give me a thumbs up to this video, so I will that will help my channel to get more reach and really appreciate it. But yeah, I think that was all for today. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and wonderful day whenever you watch this, and happy knitting. Bye.